Hello. Okay. So, at this point we are like halfway through, okay? We're on the middle of the month. How are we feeling? Okay. Are we still all here is the real question. And here's why I want to talk about that. Before I get into content and the intentional side of content and really dig into what that means and how I'm operating through my content and like how I'm doing things. I want to talk about, if you are watching this, I hope that you are damn proud. And here's why. Because we started this with almost 170 people. And I guarantee you that if I look at the numbers of how many views this video has, it's not going to be 170 by the end of the day that this is launched. And that's doing this live, right? Not if you're watching this on the replay. Like by the time the replay hits, we have a couple thousand views of our boot camp, but I'm talking about live. And here's why, because it is so easy to say that you want to do something. What's hard is the follow through. And here's the thing, you can be a consistent person without being consistent for yourself. And that's the kind of cycle and type of thing that I want to help you guys break with these boot camps is, what are you going to do after? What are you going to do on day 31 when there isn't a video for that morning telling you to get your butt in gear and work, right? What are you going to do? Is it going to be day one of your 14 days on day 31? Or are you going to be like, wow, I just did a 30-day boot camp. My business should be built. I love y'all, but nobody's business is going to be built because of one 30-day boot camp. I don't care how good of a leader I am, how good of a business I've built, or how much money somebody makes in this industry. If they tell you that you're going to create a bomb, sustainable, duplicatable business in 30 days, how much did you pay them? Because that's what they're going for, is money. Okay. I do this shit for free because, one, I want you guys to succeed. And two, 30 days isn't going to build something for you. What you do after that 30 days is what matters. The same thing goes for promoter, right? It doesn't matter when you get into our team and into this business. What matters is what you do once you're here and once you hit that promoter button. So you can make day one any day. You can decide and redecide, but the only time that it's going to change and build and continue to build is when you get that self-discipline and that commitment to yourself to stop ghosting yourself. Okay. And it's so funny because a lot of times the people that ghost their business are the most consistent people in their day-to-day life. Like as a parent, right? I know a lot of moms that are yes to everything, PTA, church, showing up to all the things, like all the sports, never missing like a drop off, a pickup, or a play day, or whatever it may be. But then when it comes to you and your business, the last time you shared on social media or you made a post or you were consistent was, I'm still waiting, like was when, right? You have to kind of ask yourself, are you putting all of these expectations on yourself to where then you don't even want to do it? And this comes to content, and this comes and wraps around to that content aspect of things of, are you so worked up with what you have to do and your expectations of what it has to look like or what it has to bring in or whatever it may be, that you aren't even doing the work? And here's the kicker is, residual income is built over 90 days. So 90 days of working your business. But some of y'all after 15 days are like, I'm not a 200K. Same sis. 15 days was not a 200K. Okay. And you get so worked up and so upset. Oh no, FedEx is outside my window. I'm hoping the dogs don't bark, but FedEx. Well, it's a train on FedEx here, but anyways, you get so upset and you count yourself out because you set these expectations to yourself. So this is kind of where I want to kind of roll into that content and that intentional side of things is, you can post on the other end of the spectrum. You can post every single day and not have a single person in your inbox. Why? Right? And I get asked that why, like all the time. People are like, well, I'm posting every day, I'm doing a reel a day, but I don't have anybody that wants to order from me. And I'm like, okay. Like, here's the thing. Posting every single day is different than being intentional every single day. And this is where that surface level of content comes in, and that intentional side really plays a big kicker in this. And I did a training on this. I think it was with Rochelle. Her and I did a training on this. And Christina Tammy, I did a training on this with also. I think the most recent one was with Christina Tammy. And we talked about planning, and we talked about your intention with your business and what you're doing. And if you're watching this live, I'm going to link that video of that training into this boot camp as well, because I want you guys to rewatch that. But if you aren't watching this live, then I want you to find it in the team page. And watch that and really hear me when I talk about the surface level versus the intentional side. So you could talk all day long and say, our vitamins are awesome, they give me energy, and every mom needs this. That's surface level. Great. You might get a couple questions here or there, but you're not going to build a business off of telling people it just gives you energy. Why do you need energy? I can tell you I need energy because I got a toddler and a 5-month-old and a business and a life and a brain that doesn't shut off. So for me, energy is like the only way keeping me alive, right? And I can relate to people on that level. You have to stop trying to relate to the masses and just relate to yourself and share why you're doing this. So when we talk about batching and planning, we make that content for it. And you ask yourself and you talk about things, and the topic is life before thrive. Well, I always get people that will be like, well, life before thrive, like that's so vague, right? Because I don't want to give you a topic to talk about word for word, because where's your story in it? What was life before thrive? Whether it be that you were having to wake up to work on Monday, or whether it was you were running through Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts or pounding energy drinks. Like, what was your life before thrive? And share it, and share why you needed to stop that. For me, I had just had surgery. The literally 2 days before I joined Le-Vel, I had surgery, and my doctor said in order for me to heal, I couldn't have coffee. Like I couldn't have energy drinks. I couldn't have caffeine. I couldn't do anything. And I was living off of caffeine at the time. Okay. So like peppermint mochas were my jam. And so I saw M posting on social media how she was getting so much energy. She was getting mood stability from the Black Label. She was just, the jumper cables is what she called them. Step one was replacing her coffee. And I was desperate for that. So that drew me in. And then the comp plan side is what made me say yes. Okay. So here's the thing that I share all the time. And if you know my story, you know I share this. I was living off of 5 to 7 cups of coffee a day, and I needed to not do that anymore. And that's what I share. That's the story. That's the storytelling and the intentional side. So yes, do our products give me energy? Absolutely. Yes, have our products helped me lose weight? 1000%. Yes, have they helped my headaches? Have they helped my mood stability? Have they helped my mental clarity? Have they helped my life? 1057%. Okay. But using just that bullet point topics is not going to build a business. It definitely didn't build mine. What built it was sharing that story and storytelling behind those topics. And one of my videos for this bootcamp is always fives lists and IPAs and breaking it down. So I'm going to save that storytelling training portion for the fives list, because I really want you guys to pull from your fives. And I talk a lot about fives in any training that I do because I'm so passionate about them, because still to this day, 5 years later, I am still pulling from my fives in every single thing that I share. Whether it be my branding, products, or comp plan side, I am pulling from those fives. But I'm not just saying it gives me energy. I'm not just saying a VIP bonus in your first 14 days. I'm not just saying I'm a tired mom. I'm telling the story behind that. I'm a tired mom because I have a toddler and a 5-month-old, and what that entails. And I go into detail and I say, I don't know how people survive without these products, because as a mom, I'm so thankful I've never had to experience mom life without these products. Pregnancy, I talked about it during my pregnancy, and the mental clarity, the mood stability, the energy it gave me. I've never not experienced pregnancy without the products. So for me, when I see other pregnant women talk about how they literally, like, the life is sucked out of them, I'm just like, I share my story, because here's the thing, I'm not trying to connect to 1,000 people. What I am trying to do is I'm trying to connect with myself, and I'm trying to share my story, because that one person that might come across it, that's the person I want to speak to, but I don't know who they are. And if I'm just trying to talk to somebody who I don't know who they are, that story's going to be around and round and round and round and make zero sense. But if I'm just talking to share my truth, then that's something different. So your assignment today is going to be sharing your truth and talking about your story. For example, my story is that I was in a 1-bedroom apartment with my Great Dane Xander, drowning in debt, living off of caffeine, and I needed a change. I needed more options. I needed to take better care of my health. I needed something to fix my life, basically. And that's what I share. And so what I want you to do is I want you to get face to face in your stories on an IGTV, on a Facebook Live, and share your story. If you do it as a face to face in your stories, then I want you to create a My Story highlight. And I don't care if it's 7 slides, 7 minutes long. This is your story. Now, don't have gift of gab and make it 27 slides long. Like, that's a little aggressive of a 30-minute long story, but you should be able to tell your story with less than 10 minutes. I can do mine in 5 minutes. Okay. That's like 5.5, 6 slides right there, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to tell your story. I want you to get a highlight up about your story, and I want you to plan into your schedule for this month a live on Instagram and on Facebook sharing your story, so you have that for future reference. If people ask you, you can tag them in it, or you can send them your IGTV. So that is going to be my assignment to you guys, is another highlight, digging a little bit deeper and getting away from that surface level, because it's going to save your business. I don't know what the heck is going on with my alfalfa hair back here, but that's fine. It's going to save your business. It's going to give you that revival of remembering why you do this, but more importantly, sharing with others why you do this on a intentional level instead of a surface level. Surface level will kill your business. I don't care how big of a team you have. You will forever be restarting if all you're willing to do is be surface level. If you aren't willing to share why you are here and what these products do for you, you are always going to be in that fight or flight mode, because you're always going to be restarting and you're never going to be building off of something, because you have to get honest. You have to get true to your story in order to begin to build off of it and to turn pages and to make new chapters. So that is your assignment, as well as, of course, always don't forget to share these boot camps in your story. Nothing for me, you sharing them honestly does really nothing for me, except for have people in my inbox asking me if they can watch them. But what it does for you guys is it shows the community and it shows what's here for you. So share these boot camps, screenshot, boomerang, whatever it may be. Obviously not the content itself or the links to these boot camps, but share them in your stories to show that community aspect of what you have your hands on and what's available to you, because that is also sharing a little bit more intentional side of your community and your business. And it's showing it's not surface level. When you join us, you actually get a community that is here for trainings, resources, and tools. On a personal level, not a numbers level, on a heartbeat, on a human level. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and that you guys are still committed to doing this. We have about 2 weeks left, and the rest of the content is really nitty gritty, digging into the things that are going to be tangible for you to pull through the entire year. So I'm super excited for the last 2 weeks. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and we will talk soon. Bye.